You're listening to Vaquero News, the Valley Student Station.
Good morning, Vaqueros. Today is Monday, January 23rd, and it is currently 59 degrees Fahrenheit outside. We're coming to you live from our Edinburgh studio. I am your host, Silvana Villarreal.
And I'm Rodolfo Alvarado, and this is Vaquero News.
Blood shortages have been a pressing topic in health departments all over the United States, including the Valley. Since the pandemic, blood donations have been down 60%. Here's Timothy Chapman with the Inside Scoop.
Vitalant Blood Donation is reporting a nationwide blood shortage due to low numbers of people donating. Donor Recruitment Manager for Vitalant RGV, Ali Arredondo, said Vitalant used to receive record numbers of over 20,000 products of blood every month. However, the number is down to 8,000, with the biggest reason for the decrease being restrictions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic.
COVID is actually what impacted the blood shortage to start in the first place. We weren't allowed to go into high schools. A lot of businesses shut down. Hospitals were very particular as to who they would let into the hospitals as well. So going out networking and kind of recruiting donors was very tough for us during that time.
He said 70% of the Rio Grande Valley can donate blood, but only 3% does.
We need as many donors as possible. If you're thinking about or have thought about it, definitely sacrifice, saving lives for our patients who need it. So we ask everybody and we invite everybody to go out and donate.
Certified General Surgeon at UT Health RGV, Dr. Vijayan Devan, said there has been years' worth of research and advancements in health to find alternatives for supplying people who need a blood transfusion. But in the end, none of the substitutes have shown better results than using blood itself.
Our data shows that you replace blood with blood, the patient has better outcomes. And that algorithm has kind of gone back and forth over the last 20 years. At one point in time, people talk about, no, we don't have to give blood. We can just give crystalloids, which is IV fluids. But we've come full circle now. We think if the patient has lost blood, give them blood.
He wants to assure people who may consider becoming a donor that despite the misconceptions on any risks that come with donating blood, it's a simple, selfless act someone can do for those in need.
Donating blood is fairly straightforward. You're not going to lose all your volume. You're not going to drain you of your blood. When you go donate blood, you'll donate. They'll take a pint. Usually they make you sit down. They'll give you some juice. They'll give you some cookies to eat to make sure that you're okay. And then you go about your business. Your body will make blood. Your body continuously makes blood.
According to Donor Recruitment Manager for Vitalant RGV, Ali Arredondo, the UTRGV Edinburgh campus will be having blood drives from March 1st through the 2nd at 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Health and Physical Education Building. To learn more about how you can donate blood and how to schedule an appointment, you can visit vitalant.org. This is Timothy Chapman for Vaquero Radio.
The local Brownsville Performing Arts Theater will soon produce for the first time ever Agatha Christie's comedic mystery play Spider's Web, directed by Camille Playhouse Artistic Director Brandon Binder. Here's Edgar Garcia with the updates.
Agatha Christie's play Spider's Web is currently being produced for the first time ever at Bronzeville's Camille Playhouse to bring the English author's work to life once again. Director Brandon Binder has opted to start the year off with comedic mystery mashup.
Spider's Web by Agatha Christie opened in 1954 in the West End over in England. What is happening is the wife of a diplomat, her name is Clarissa, she is having this normal evening with her friends when all of a sudden there's a dead body found in one of her rooms. So there's a lot of deception, storytelling, all while mixing in some funny comedic moments, both physical comedy and just some very kooky characters.
The play is a parody of the genre, poking fun at typical tropes in a mystery. Spider's Web lead actress Karen Gonzalez Goldschmidt was taken aback by the comedic elements in the play.
That was the first time that I saw the word parody, and I hadn't even thought about that. You have your tense dramatic moments, but you also have those lighthearted kind of comedic moments to break that tension. So it's kind of up and down and all over the place. It's a lot of fun.
Binder spoke on why he chose Agatha Christie's more comedic piece over the serious and suspenseful plays that the English author is known for.
So I wanted to have something that was very classic to open that audience of people who know the name Agatha Christie, but also something that is very connectable because it is that dark comedy aspect. And I know a lot of our current generation likes to laugh. I felt that that was a really good fit.
Veteran actor and stagehand at the Camille Playhouse, Melanie Esparza, spoke on how the mystery aspect affected the process of making the play and how the cast themselves found out more about the details of the crime as they were acting it out.
The more and more we get into our rehearsal process, it's a lot more finding out for ourselves as well. Even though we read through the whole script, once we're putting it on stage and like acting it out, we find out so many little things that we weren't able to catch before. So like watching it, you have to really pay attention to details. Think of like an organized kind of chaos. It's complex, but in a very organized, well-written kind of way.
All of the cast was deeply evasive of whether or not they were the murderer. The play will run from January 27th to the 29th and February 3rd to the 5th at the Camille Playhouse in Bronzeville, Texas. For more information, visit the Camille Playhouse website. This is Edgar Garcia for Vaquero Radio.
After years of being established, the website Rate My Professor has become a much talked about topic, after many reviews concerning professors, classes, and institutions are being shared. Here is Silvana Villarreal with more.
Rate My Professor has ratings categorizing professors around the United States to help students choose classes who best fit their way of learning. However, there are ongoing debates on whether the website could be biased or beneficial. The website uses a 1 to 5 star rating system, with 1 star being the least amount of points given, along with a comment describing their experience with the campus, class, or professor. UTRGV as an institution is currently rated at a 3.5 overall quality with more than 360 ratings. UTRGV student and studio art sophomore Ricardo Hernandez has previously used the webpage and claimed it to be biased. He said negative reviews are more often to be found in order for students to know what to expect.
It gives us a heads up on what's the upcoming challenge that we're going to face.
Although it is a good way for students to interact, UTRGV public speaking professor David Hinojosa does not think it to be accurate.
It could be beneficial, but not entirely. So it should be like a platform for students to form their own opinions about the class, but not necessarily should rely on it 100%.
To find out more about professors and their classes, Hinojosa recommends students to email their professor directly and questions they may have to avoid askew answers. Finance junior Karina Ruiz believes it to be beneficial and that the reviews are meant to be read by both future students and professors alike. According to Ruiz, if a professor is proficient, most of the reviews found on the website should be accurate, with the exception of several opinions from other students. She mentioned an occasion where a review about a professor seemed to prove accurate.
Maybe for one class, but it was mostly to get back at a teacher. Because I can see how they would describe him as that.
According to the official website, Rate My Professor uses moderators to keep reviews appropriate and follow set guidelines, such as the prohibition of profanity use or referencing professors' families or personal life. I am Silvana Villarreal for Vaquero Radio.
And McClain goes up and throws down a monster dunk. That fires up the UTRGV Fieldhouse.
And now time for Vaquero Sports.
I'm Timothy Chapman, and here is the sports schedule for this week. At 6:30 p.m., January 28th, the UTRGV men's basketball team will be facing off against Stephen F. Austin State University in Nacogdoches, Texas. At 10 a.m. Friday, January 27th, the UTRGV men's tennis team will take on Lamar University in Edinburgh, Texas. At 6:30 p.m. Saturday, January 28th, the UTRGV men's basketball team will compete against California University in Edinburgh, Texas. To see the complete sports schedule, you can visit goutrgv.com.
And now for this week's events calendar.
The last day to drop classes for UTRGV and receive an 80% refund is today, Monday, January 23rd. The Edinburgh campus will have their block party on Tuesday, January 24th from 12 to 3 p.m. at the campus chapel. And lastly, here is an announcement from the Rec Fest happening on Brownsville campus Thursday, January 26th from 2 to 4 p.m. Join us for rec games and activities, food, and music. Come meet new people and bring your friends to experience what recreation has to offer during your college experience.
Now for this week's campus weather report. Tonight will bring us a low around 62 with wind gusts up to 24 miles per hour. It will be sunny on Tuesday and Wednesday, with Tuesday having a high near 75. Things will cool down on Wednesday with a high near 64, and Thursday will continue the trend with a high near 65. Make sure you wear your jackets, vaqueros.
That is the newscast for this week. Weekly editorial columns will be coming out starting next Monday, where you can read about our staff's opinion on everything and anything. You can read all about them and news stories on our website, utrgvradio.com.
Make sure to download the Radio FX app and listen to your favorite DJ shows by favoriting Vaquero Radio. Check out our YouTube channel so you can watch our newscast and have the latest news from UTRGV and the Valley.
You can also watch KVAQ TV on social media or on VCast monitors around campus. And if you are on campus, don't forget to pick up a physical issue from the writer's newspaper stands.
From now on, our weekly newscast will also be broadcasted every Wednesday at 10 a.m.
Join us next week, same time, same place.
Only on Vaquero Radio, the Valley Student Station.
This has been Vaquero News.